Pachomius, Ushering in Generosity, October 12th, Offertory Reading Devotional. Now all who believed were together, and had all things in common. Acts chapter 2 verse 44. The generosity of first-century Christians was one of their hallmarks. They did not possess great wealth, buildings, or public recognition. On the contrary, they were considered a sect. Acts chapter 24 verse 14. Nevertheless, they grew in number and illuminated the world with the truth of the risen Christ. One of the most impressive accounts of the early Christians' generosity is the story of Pachomius. He was born in 292 AD in Thebes, Egypt, to a pagan family. Against his wishes, he was enlisted in the Roman army. It was the custom of the Romans to invade communities and force all men to serve in the Roman army. The generals knew that these soldiers had no attachment or commitment whatsoever to the empire. Therefore, they lived in prison all the time they were not in combat. During the period of Pachomius's imprisonment, famine ravaged the region where he was. Many prisoners died of hunger. But he and other prisoners began to receive food that was stealthily introduced through prison bars. Each night, mysterious folks returned with food and freed the prisoners from starvation. Pachomius learned that his benefactors were followers of a Galilean named Jesus Christ. Upon being freed, he sought out Christians who taught him about Jesus and his love. He then became a Christian and was baptized in 314 AD, becoming an influential leader of Christendom. It was generosity that rescued and saved him. We can choose to live a life of risk for God's sake or a life of comfort with no responsibilities or commitments. However, only those who decide to risk life can truly be called Christians. Only the attitude of commitment gives room for developing genuine faith, perceiving God's action, and experiencing miracles. It is to this kind of life that God summons us today. Appeal: shall you make a difference? Are you going to get fully involved? You will never look back and regret if you are deeply involved in the cause of salvation. On the other hand, those who decide to live a life focused on the self-will, at some point in their lives, realize that selfishness and greed have made their lives meaningless. Today, you must decide to show the world that generosity and altruism are still hallmarks of true Christianity.